ever. I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. It's going to be a great topic. Before we get into what we're talking about today, we just have to have some rule games. It's the rules to the game. Everybody has an opinion about what dating seems harder than ever in the black community. But some blame social media, some blame money, others blame unrealistic expectations. But what if the real problem is bigger than all of those? Tonight, we're having an honest conversation. No shouting, no finger pointing, just real talk about how we can build stronger relationships. Again, everybody has an opinion about what dating seems harder than ever in the black community. Some blame social media, some blame money. And all those tonight, we're having an honest conversation. No shouting, no finger pointing, just real talk about how we can build stronger relationships. And I'm going to be asking several questions. Is social media helping or hurting black relationships? Number two, are expectations for partners realistic today? Number three, does money play too big of a role in dating? Number four, are men and women communicating effectively? Number five, what can we do to strengthen black families and relationships? So I'm got some bullet points, and we're going to go over them. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and it's going to be interesting tonight. Very, very, very interesting tonight. And I'm gonna call my phone line so I get ready to get them lines open. It's gonna be interesting tonight. Let me call in real quick. So I'll open up the phone lines and man, and we don't listen, men and women, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, caller,
we don't
this
have
is
to
Martin G,
bash each
aka the
other.
Crime Chaser.
So
Live,
this is gonna be
uncut,
real.
edited broadcast.
It's gonna be
Just
real.
before you speak, please
So
turn down
come on
all
in.
your audio. Please turn them off or
Come on
down,
in. Come
and
on
do
in.
not
Come
have us
on
on
in.
speakerphone so we won't have an echo. And we'll
Spread
be
the
with you
word for me.
shortly. Thank you so much.
Spread the word for me. Come on in, and we're going to be accepting calls. The call number is going to be 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Well, just call the 872 number. 299. That's more easier. I think that's more easier. And we don't want to more easy. So I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Y'all waiting. I'm waiting too. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I promise you. I promise you I want to hear what you guys got to say tonight. But again, let's go over the rules again. I just want to go over the rules now. Everybody has an opinion about why dating seems harder than ever in the black community. Now, some blame social media, some blame money, others blame unrealistic expectations. But if the real problem is bigger than all of those, tonight we're having an honest conversation. No shouting, no finger pointing, just real talk about how we can build stronger relationships. And I will be asking 5 questions. Is social media helping or hurting black relationships? Number 2, are expectations for partners realistic today? Does does money play too big of a role in dating? I'm asking, Number 4, are men and women communicating effectively? And number 5, what can we do to strengthen black families and relationships? That's real talk. And let's talk, people. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. YouTube, I'm ready. Facebook, I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it. And You know, it's going to be some male bashing and some female bashing, and these men today, they ain't nothing, they ain't making no money. They look, oh, no, we're going to hear all types of excuses. And I'm ready for it today. All thing I'm asking you guys to be respectful toward one another. Hear each other out. I promise you, I'm going to give you a chance to speak and just try to get to the point. We don't want to be 5 minutes. And, you know, sometimes I let you go 5, but it's just too long because so many people probably going to call in and they're going to comment about what we're talking about. We're going to go comment. They definitely are. And, you know, it's going to be, it's going to be, let's make it happen, people. I'm ready. I am ready, 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 ready. Yep, we're ready. All right. Why is dating so hard in the Black community? We got financial pressure, communication breakdown, lack of strong role models, healing and growth. Oh my God, it's up here. So let's do it. High expectations, trust issues, social media, financial pressure, and no real role models. What's really good, people? What's really good? Ladies, come on, talk to. I want to hear from the ladies first anyway. That's what I really want. And it's good. You can go in the chat as well, but I want to hear from the ladies because it's something. Let's go to the comments first. Let's do that first. All right, here's is that Wilkins Tasha? It's hard to date because these women and men got they grown, you know what, kids want to run, you know what, and ain't paying no bills. Woo. Now, I've had experience on that too as well. You meet a lady with grown kids, and they want to run a house, they want to do their thing, and you know how it is, and they very disrespectful, all in mama business, and man, and left a lot of people alone because they got some bad adults staying in the house with them. Bad adults. All right. Let's grab some of these. Stephanie Holmes, I see you. I see you. All right. Let's see. Miss Jackson, I see you. All right. Come on now, people. 872-299-0808. And let's get down to the meat. We ain't no needing us being bored. You know, hey, let's get down to this. Let's get down to it. Everybody have an opinion about what dating seems harder than ever in the Black community. Everybody got their opinion. Some blame social media, some blame money, others blame unrealistic expectations. But if the real problem is bigger than all those, tonight we're having an honest conversation. No shouting, no finger pointing, just real talk about how we can build stronger relationships. Real talk. Now, somebody said, well, Martin, I don't want to be in no relationship. And you have that right as an adult. But what about your children in a relationship with their father, with a perfect role model? They need somebody. All right. Everybody playing broke, but nobody want to get a job. Wow. Jesse, what's up, brother Jesse? Been knowing Jesse before I had any of my babies. Maisha says, what she said, let's read this comment. Said, I think because most men these days want a woman to be submissive, but not leading properly for a woman to follow. Whoa, that's a good point. That's a good point. That is a good point. Anybody want to make a comment about that? 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. Ladies, I want somebody to call in because this is going down. I'm trying to do less talking, and I want to hear what you have to say. All right. All right. People need to heal from their past. I agree with that. I agree with that. At one point, one point of time, women became immune to working while the man sit at home and became the babysitter. Ooh, my God. Lord have mercy. All right, let's go to the next one. Brian Davis said, think like a man and act like a lady. Lady did it. All right. Okay. All right. All right. What is it? Get it? Fashion therapy. Okay. Communication is a big one. Okay. I agree with that. All right. The next one says, Vanita, she said, we don't listen to each other. Oh, I got a call in already. That's what I'm talking about. Just hold on, call. It's going to follow the prompts. What's up, Vicky? I see you. I see you. Phyllis, God is good. There is no, what Phyllis say? There is no respect or communication. Oh, my. Okay, let's see what Sean says, my buddy. What's up, Sean? Sean, the mortuary man on here, y'all. Two imperfect people trying to get together to make it work. Okay, I can go with that. All right. Okay. All right, we got our first caller now. We got the first caller, Mr. Buck. But Buck, hold on. Let me read this comment real quick. We got a first call. It is my opinion that here is a lack of mutual respect and willingness to be there to support one another. Okay, Buck, what you got to say about this, man? Matter of fact, tell us how. Okay, no. Okay, okay. This is what I want you to do. Before I even ask my questions, I need you to answer this. Why is dating so hard in the Black community?
I think as me as a guy that did a lot in my time, I look at it in today modern day society. It's a competitive thing. I think nobody wants to be. Everybody is either women got to have more than a man, and if they do, they don't want a man. And if a man ain't got enough, they don't want him on that tip. And then men, they usually can, they looking for more lower self-esteem chicks if they can really move around on that. They really don't have to answer to a lot of questions. But the major thing, I think, one of the things why Black people have problems with relationships, social media and other people in your business. When you didn't have all this information showing pictures of you standing next to so-and-so, or you out here, and people are crazy to take pictures about what they're doing. If you want to move solid and smart, don't put your stuff out there. Then one of the things I've experienced in my life is women having either mothers or aunts or girlfriends who don't even have a relationship history, giving them advice, and they take them. It's unbelievable. I mean, some people telling you this guy ain't this and telling you he ain't that. But look at their track record. What kind of guys they go for? It's usually they have a pattern. Everybody follow a pattern of being people they usually go for. And if they usually go for a guy, I'm just saying some chicks like guys that really they can control. A guy fresh out of jail. A guy got a job. If he laying up on her, she got power. If he don't do what she says, she gonna put him out. And I've been there myself. So like a time when women have control over the situation, they love that kind of stuff. And in argument, if you living with a woman and if she gonna get an attitude with you, you do something she don't like, she'll put you out very fast. And if it was the other way around, a man will be more calmer and try to give her some time to figure out, number one, that she got somewhere to go, especially if she got kids or something. And number two, can they work it out? Women are so emotional, and that's how a lot of these kids are like that because they want to do something right away and get instant results. It don't work that way. If you really care about somebody, you'll fight to be in that relationship. If you don't, you just sweep them under the rug like some old dirt and then try something else. But the key is like if you let somebody go because they cheat on you or something, number one, you ain't married to that person. So you ain't really got no vows to connecting y'all like all those wedding vows. If you just go on with somebody and they decide to move around, then that's their business. You got a choice. Do you want to stay around or do you want to move on to something else?
Buck,
chances are,
yes. Let me interrupt you. So you saying,
yes, sir.
I'm asking a question now. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
a young lady or a man they dating each other and they're not married, so you really not cheating on them. Is that what you're saying? If you want to move around, or is that what you're saying? I'm asking now.
To get upset about that, like for instance, unless you committed, like you could say that's my woman and I live with her. Okay, y'all live with each other. That might be a little bit step towards the next stage. But if y'all just communicating, y'all live in separate places, and they come up missing and stuff like that. What can you do? If you can't trust the person, then why are you messing with them in the first place? So whatever they tell you, it could be a lie, it could be the truth, but you got to take their word for them. And then I learned myself it's better to move on before you try to do something else. Because all that tit for tat stuff, you're going to come up short in the long run anyway. You trying to do this and I'll do the next person, I'll get more than them. And for me, I see the more people that's more out there is more married couples, women or men like to move around on their mate. Single, if you single, I've been single and I've been married. When I was single, sometimes I went to stretches was I couldn't get a girl with a credit card. But when I was married, all kind of women like that because number one, they know I ain't got the kind of time. I'm working. I got a woman home with kids, and I can't really mingle with them like that because I got other stuff to do. Now they like the less time involved, so they can have whatever they like to do with you, and then they can move on to whatever they doing. But they don't want to. A lot of women today don't want to take up a lot of their time for whatever reason. They like to hang out. You see a lot of young ladies hanging out with their girlfriends. They go out with each other. In my day, you could go out with, meet a bunch of girls, and one of them might want to come home with you. But today, these girls don't do that. When they go out with their friends, they out with their friends. Ain't nothing happening. I don't care how smooth you are. You might have, it almost be a miracle if you could deprive one of them of loose. So now they really sticking together, hanging with their little crew, and they ain't really, women that back in the day, they see a man, they full, they deal with, they gonna pull up back 20 some years ago. Shoot, they like somebody they see, they gonna book. A boy talking some good game to them, they gonna ride away with them. But today, they rather hang out with their buddies, get drunk, and a lot of the time when women dress and go out, that's for them. Like man can't control. If you in a relationship with a woman and your woman dressed up provocative, you gonna tell her how to dress. That ain't it's like trying to be her daddy. That's that ain't gonna work. So the best to either be they don't want to follow, some kind of decorum and respect you. If they out there, even if they're out there by themselves, you say, hey baby, you can go out there and have a good time. If you can trust it, you wouldn't worry about it. But like I say, if they go out and dress up and this stuff, maybe they like to impress other women. I like to see that the way it is today. So, it's kind of tough because that social media, everybody in your business. Some people you don't even talk to a long time might see a picture with your ex or somebody you're currently dealing with, and they gonna bring something up in there and talk. You mind your own business. You ain't giving a hoot about that person. So a lot of times, everything people live like a drama. It's drama in life because the social media make everything more enhanced than what it really is. Because if you really love somebody, you really don't put none of that out there. You don't want your business out there.
Okay, well, Buck,
You want
Buck, let me say something in the women's defense. Now, if a young lady is dating a man and he never mentioned her on his status, on his social media status, or you never see no pictures of her, is he basically keeping her a secret, or is he keeping his business to himself? Or, I'm just asking. I'm asking.
Yeah, for me, I would say a lot of times when a woman gonna make pictures and she'll post them herself. So I've been in that situation when you got a lady and she posts pictures, everybody that see that you tagged in it, so other people gonna see it. Even if you got other female friends, they gonna see you got somebody in your life. So a lot of times, if the women take pictures with your girl, or, the person you're dealing with at that time, they like taking pictures, unless they got other stuff going on, then they might not want to post it either. So a lot of times, people that really trying to show other people they got somebody, then that's when they'll post a lot of stuff with y'all together. But if you don't really have to claim them because a lot of time women to see if you don't really take pictures and stuff like they know either one way. If you ain't taking pictures with somebody or you're not taking pictures at all, then something up either way. Because unless you live like a ghost and stuff, you just don't want to share your business. But a lot of times people are going already, they're going to suspect something already up with you because they're going to say, wow, we see you out, but you ain't never really with nobody. So a lot of times it could be a give and take thing, but
Right.
you know, the world is different because the music they listen to, it really ain't no love songs. These people is just getting it on. And more, they used to talk about let's get on, even with Marvin Gaye or Al Green, it was getting it on, but you know, it was trying to have fun and enjoy yourself. They really degrade these songs, the more degrading as
So,
far as the
ho-
level of what yeah.
hold it. Somebody calling me. I don't know they call me. Now listen to this, Buck. So you telling me that if I'm dating a young lady, I'm dating a young lady, I'm dating a young lady, I'm on live, sir.
Mhm.
I'm on live. If I'm dating a young lady and I should keep her secret or just keep everybody out of my business.
Well, it depends on how you feel about her now. If you really feeling her,
No,
and
I'm
that
saying
remind me of
dating.
a
Now,
young somebody.
I mean, I'm talking about dating.
Right,
Now.
yeah.
I'm talking about dating.
Yeah, if you date her, you feel like you really feeling her, yeah, you gonna put some pictures of her because you wouldn't have nothing to be ashamed of. And then if you didn't, she'll be wondering about that too. Because if you don't want to share her with the people out there, it's like you got a girl and you don't want to take her nowhere to be seen in public with her. In the old days, you might want to just go with her out at night and kick it with her like that, but you ain't gonna take her nowhere people might know you from. They can run across you. So that's another thing. So that's the way it is today. You ain't really got to go out to really show pictures of somebody if you really care about them. But like, if you really don't want to, let people in your world, you probably just people ask you because a lot of and now on dating, they hit you up if they see you on Facebook, Instagram. If somebody like your style, they probably hit you up. That's what they do now. They what you call it, DM you and try to holler at you that way. So if you got people on Instagram and Facebook, they don't really go out there and see somebody on the media and just look at their pictures and they make a decision. That's somebody I might want to get to know, and they'll try to see him. And a lot of guys try to do that because they'll try to see somebody. They might have a girl buddy or something. They might want to holler at her. So they say try to be slick and holler at her because, they might not get back to her depending on the girl, how close they are. Because she might
Hold
try
it,
to
Buck.
holler
Hold it.
buddy's
Buck, you're all over the place. Hold it. Now, in your opinion, in your own words, do you think money play a big role in dating?
Oh yeah, man.
Explain
talking about Miami.
Explain it.
But nowadays, like they like, especially the way you dress, if you got drip like jewelry or cars. So I'm talking about man.
I don't know what happened to Buck. He just cut off. Hold on, Buck. Hold on, Buck. It's click you off right here. Okay. Let's click off. Some people ain't looking for love, Buck. Hold on though, Buck. Let me just try to connect. I knew this was gonna happen today. We get to talking good stuff today. Yeah. I knew it was gonna talk. I'm not holding no phone today. I don't really want to feel like holding. Hold on, Buck. I knew this was gonna happen. It do it all the time. Let me restart it. Hold on. Reset it. All right. Somebody said, hold on, Buck. I'm trying to get the connection back. All right. Somebody said on here, keep your dating private and your business to yourself, but you don't have to hide her or hide him. Both families should know each other. Okay. All right. I guess we got to go this route again. I hate this, y'all. My new phone coming tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about this. Okay, Buck. Come on, Buck.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, come on.
You were saying a lot of people, they were saying that they keep their business private, but everybody is visual in this society. Women have always been very visual. Now we live in the media where everything is visual. They see stuff, on the media all the time. Daily people post the people they might follow. So they looking at that and seeing how they roll and stuff. And it used to be a more a loyalty thing, and with people, they try to make something work and they try to stick it out. But it might be a way people see if you fall off, they're gonna go to the next best thing. They're not even gonna give you.
Okay, hold it right there, Buck. They calling in now. We got. Hold it, Buck. Just hold it. They calling now. You didn't warm this.
Back in the cup.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. 4248. Come on, caller. 4248. Last 4 digits of your telephone number. Go ahead.
Hey, Martin. Hey,
Bill.
I think the answering the question why it's so hard in the black community with dating. First of all, people in our community are not having good examples or healthy examples of what a marriage or a relationship is, and for the most part, a heterosexual relationship between a man and a woman is normally going to show out where the trauma, you're going to live out through your trauma, with your mate, your spouse, your husband, wife, or whatever the case may be. I think that's one of the two of the problems. And thing, I believe I heard Bucks speak on it. It's a relationship, and especially a marriage, because a marriage is a commitment, and you have to compromise. But the compromise ain't supposed to be one side. That's where the problem come in. And is people, including myself, I had to work on it. Don't expect more than you're willing to give. That go for man and woman. And working with some honesty. I heard you say about the dating, it ain't cheating. If you've been with a person a while, yes, it can be considered cheating, especially if you ain't upfront with it. Hey, this ain't working, or I like you, I love you, but I want to see other people. Honesty. But that reciprocating and not expecting more than you're willing to give, man, it burns me up when I see a female get mad because a man asks what you bring to the table. You want to know what I'm bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's starting off unfair. You don't feel like I'm supposed to ask what you bring to the table. In most cases, I got 2 men. There's 2 men right here. If you ever was to propose that question, I bet you and or Buck ain't expecting her to tell you nothing about no money. You want to know about some of her values. You want to know, can she cook? You want to know, can she clean up? Those are the things that you probably interested in. When the average man, that's a real man, he don't need a woman to complete him or to build his castle. He need her to be somebody that's gonna be able to take care of them, help take care of them kids. Okay. But I'm gonna leave it at that right now. I know you got a lot of
people. Yeah, I got some people. Okay, thanks, Bill, for that. Let's go to the next caller. I believe that number is 4703. Come on, caller. Last 4 digits. Come on, caller.
Hey, Martin.
I thought that was you. Okay. I wasn't for sure. I thought that was you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, if I can be transparent a minute.
Please do. Please do.
A lady that I know introduced me to her husband's friend, and the man had, it's a little different than what I was accustomed to. But I said, well, we can go out. So we all went out. It was a good time. We went out to a restaurant out in Beverly, talked, laughed. He had one thing that kind of like bothered me a little bit, which was smoking cigars. And I'm not used to that. And so I was like, okay, but conversation's okay. But further on, we began to talk, and then he ran into a crisis. The crisis was that he violated his company's policies, which resulted in him losing his job. So he got a little, he was kind of upset about it. And I told him, I said, well, you try to file for unemployment, you can try to fight it. And I said, as your friend, you should, consider maybe taking some of your pension down, things like that. The way his response was. So then one of the things he had was a problem with baby mama drama. And so he was constantly in court back and forth because neither one of them want to grow up to just make things simple. So as I began to, conversate with him, he basically was saying, he was like, oh, Lord, they just kind of look complicated these days. And I would tell him, listen, I need you to lower your voice. I'm not her. I didn't do it. I know, he's trauma. He's really trauma hurt. And so, I suggested an attorney to help him. He goes off in this fast. And it's like, is this what dating is right now? And so, it's like, really? And so we went out again. He said, I ain't got no money. I got no money to really. And I said, I'll pay for my own popcorn. I'll pay for my own, And so then he started really becoming, all right, Martin. He wanted everybody to start coming to him and, I need this, I need that when you got children. And I told him, I said, well, what you should have done is when he got another job in the same area. And with, see, the white man already holding. See, he went there. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So, when you say dating in the black community, it's not complicated, but there are some that are already complicated. And no matter what you try to do to have conversation, we're just talking about just regular conversation to get to know how the person thinks, how the person feels. And, we're not, I had to stop talking June 19th of 2 months ago because his mind wasn't there. Then he felt that, oh, since I don't have a job, I need everybody to cook for me, cater me. No, he wanted to get haircuts for $10. Hey, you sit up in Larry Bible College shit, you gonna start at 60, but it's trying to figure out where people come from is where I'm going with this.
Okay.
In the day in the black community, their background, how they think, what they feel about things. I mean, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a voice, everybody has a choice. But, I said, no, I'm not going that direction. I'm going to let God deal with that department. I'm going to stay out of that. Okay. Because if you start dating somebody, you're going to get the first thing, which is the first meet greet. I'm really not in the mood for no foolishness. I'm too old for that. So, it's complicated in some areas depending. And then there are some that are even married to men that they were in adulterous relationship with somebody else. It's complicated unless you really know what a relationship is, and it's getting to know the person, talking, having constant, consistent conversations, knowing how you feel without having to fall out and be upset and be mad, pouting and huffing and puffing, and some guys, they act like 12-year-olds.
Okay.
And a woman's not going to set her man back to being 12. Right. And there are some women who act like they're 18 when they're dating a man that's maybe 30 or maybe hitting at 40, since a lot of these men are young women. But the thing of it is that you got to know where and I heard the gentleman say your moral values are, upbringing, learning each other's background, finding out how to improvise, being friends and starting off, going to the show or with McDonald's, so that ain't no big deal. But it's just how they snap off. Because if you get into a conversation, one person should be able to allow the other person to speak, and then you should be able to listen. It's a listening thing.
Okay,
and then understand.
Doc, you can't tell it all. Let's go to the next caller. I'll come back to you. Okay, can't tell it all. Okay, let's go to the next caller. I believe that is 8500. Come on, caller.
What's going on, Martin? How you doing, brother?
Hey, brother Stringer. I know I recognize that voice. Come on with it. What you got to say about all this
What's
stuff?
going on, man?
What's up with this dating
I
stuff, man?
I don't think dating is really hard. And if it is hard, I think it's because people really don't want love. I think if it can be hard for some, it's because they have access to too many people. Right? They have so many social media outlets to where back in the day, for my, parents and grandparents, it wouldn't, they didn't meet that many people unless it was at church or, if they went to the tavern or whatever, it was something. But now you don't even have to step foot out of your house to meet somebody. So if you're dating someone and all it takes is a swipe left for somebody to get your attention, you know what I'm saying? But we got to realize also that relationships require vulnerability. A lot of women, a lot of men, they don't want to be vulnerable anymore. It's lack of communication in relationships. But I think ultimately you got to choose somebody who's not willing to give up on you. I think your man was talking about, how basically what relationships supposed to look like and what love's supposed to look like. And do I agree with what he said about, you kind of single until you married and things like that? I think he kind of clinked that up by saying, hey, we live together. That's almost like common law. So we're together. You know what I'm saying? And it's a relationship to where, hey, it's just me and you, ain't no outside interference, and you go ahead and step out of it, and you got to figure out what that is. And a lot of, and some women, I'll just speak for some women, not a lot of women, not a lot of men, but some women really just like to entertain other men. That's what I'm learning to find out. You're not even gonna cheat on you. So when you see she's talking to another dude at her phone, she probably is. But 9 times out of 10, she may not step out. You just like that entertainment. And you could be like, man, I'm giving her all I got. Like, I take her out, I do this, I do that. She still wants something else. And what that something else is, it's just she likes the face. Y'all already together. She likes the flirtation from other men. She likes to be seen. That's why women go out, do the things that they do, dress the way that they do. You sit up here and you look on the other show, right? That other social media where I literally saw a young lady, beautiful young lady. She was on this particular social media site for 5 hours straight. 5 hours straight on a Friday or a Saturday night, whatever it is. I'm like, yo, she gotta have somebody that wants to take her out, want to entertain her. But every night she be on there. Every other night on a weekend she on there. I think the problem, like I said, and like the older gentleman said, these people, because it's men and women. I won't categorize and say, hey, it's just women or men, because there's so many options now, guys. The pickings are really slim. So when you find somebody that's good, who really care about you and can be vulnerable, because it takes a lot for a man to be vulnerable. It takes a lot, because a lot of times that turns around and bites them in their butt. You get into an argument, the first thing you want to say, well, you lost your job, you stay with your mama, come on, man, I told you that. Not for you to turn around and strike me across the head with it. So women have to give a little grace, and so do men. Men have to do the same thing. Like, it's really tough out here. But like you said, you got songs out here. Ain't no real voice-to-man songs out here no more. Ain't nobody listening to Avant or Joe. It's Sexy Red. It's all that other stuff. So they happy to be outside on Friday night. And I just found out what the song is. I ain't got no man, and no man ain't got me. Just listen to the words. I'm telling you, women really go off this. It's beyond me, man. I think that at the end of the day, man, if you care about somebody and you love someone, you be transparent with them. You let them know, hey, things ain't working out, whatever the case is, and you move on. Because at the end of the day, when you do, like, malicious things in a relationship, that just tells me that you've been hurt. You have mommy issues, you got daddy issues, and at the end of the day, her mama will hurt people.
No, hey brother Stringer, what do we do with men that like to have multiple women? They like to have, depending on what a woman do in the bed, they like to have this one for that, and vice versa. I mean that's killing a lot of things too because of sexual appetite. Some men they like to have 3 or 4. Some women like to have 2 or 3 different men. What do we do about that? That makes it hard too.
I guess the question is, though, is it wrong if that's what you know you're getting yourself into? If you know that you're getting yourself into a woman who, hey, I know she likes talking to other dudes. I know she entertains other guys. Or I know I'm talking to this guy and I know he's a handsome man and women probably be flocking to him all the time. What do you do? Like, you got to have some type of understanding within the relationship part. And I'm telling you, it's so many great women out here that now feels like they have to protect themselves because men are dogs, or you got the unstable man where the dude is in a relationship with you because he need a place to stay. So you on the phone like, girl, oh my God, last night, girl, that's because he need a place to stay. So I was just saying, that's not in all cases, but when a man comes along who has pretty much, he's good. He has his own car, he has his own job, he has a place to stay. I think the tables sometimes are really on that level playing field at that point. Where it's like, okay, I don't need nothing from you, and you don't need nothing from me. Let's see what we can do with this relationship. But if somebody's slacking, like he said, my brother told me, never go live with a woman. I don't care how bad you get. But she always put you out. Always put you out.
Let me say this, Stringer. I need some more ladies to call in. These men coming, they calling in. They calling. They coming. We had one. Dr. Sanders came on.
They can't still lay stuff, man. They can't talk about that.
Hey, Stringer, you was talking about never living with a woman. Your old man told you they could put you out. The crazy part is it could be your house that you been paid for an apartment or whatever. And when she called the police, they'll ask you to take a walk. You in law enforcement. Am I lying?
No, you're right, man. You definitely right about that, man. I told this young lady before, man, it's been like 5 or 6 years ago. She was talking to me. She was with her guy. She was like, man, I really leave, but I bought his car. And I said, you did what? What? Take that car. She said, nah, I bought that car for him. I said, that's where you messed up at. Ladies, don't no man, no car. With you. I get it, you love him, you do this, but he ain't gonna care about that thing like he do when he buy his own car. It's a little different. It is different. If he ain't bought it and it ain't his thing, you don't care what happened to it. You don't care if it get repoed. You don't care if it ain't no insurance on the car and it get messed up because it's not his. I don't know if you've seen that video, Martin. I'm going to let you go. This young man, I guess his girlfriend broke up with him, and he had a key for her apartment or house. And that young man went in that house, there was an apartment, and tore that apartment up on live. Put mustard, ketchup, eggs, mayo all over the house, man. Just because she broke up with him. But you got dudes like that. That makes it hard for women to want to date men. And he was younger. He was a younger guy. But older men do the same thing. All these social media relationships, you look at these people, they look like they happy. They take trips, stay on the plane together. And then 3 weeks later, Josie and John broke up and found out that he was abusing her. He was beating her all upside the head. What? Mm-hmm. Not them. They looked like they was happy. They was good.
Hey, Hey, I have a question for you, the men on here, for the men on here, not you, Dr. Sanders, just for the men. When women, which I heard Dr. Sanders say, older men like younger women, it seems like women have a problem with that. What's y'all thoughts on that? Any man want to speak?
When I was younger, I liked older women. So, when I was 18 or even 16, I was with a 36-year-old at 16. That's right, but as you get older, I'm always attracted to older women. I think that's beautiful. I think that's sexy. But at the same time, it's not like I'm not gonna look at a younger girl. I'm gonna look for sure. I'm gonna look, but being in that relationship, talking about settling down, like I don't know, that's tough. Like looking at Scottie Pippen date a 23-year-old, that's tough. But the each is on. We know what's going on, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Usually when a man have preference for a younger woman is I believe, my opinion, is usually something to do with his sexual appetite or having control issues. But in this day and time, it's probably almost just as many women dating younger men, which was like unheard of or taboo. I had relationships with older women. A couple of them, my mother's friends at 18, 19 years old. But it wasn't something that was prevalent. And the thing of it is, women had more decorum back then. They didn't want their teenage son to see them with a man. They got an 18-year-old son. They didn't want them to see them with a 25-year-old or 23-year-old. But it's gotten to be a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold it, Bill. Caller 6856. Turn your Facebook down. Turn down. 6856 6856. Turn down. Now, what's your comment, Carl? I'm gonna let you talk. Come on with it. Caller?
How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing great.
Okay, I just wanted to say that the question that's posted tonight,
Yes.
why is dating so hard in the black community? Because maybe when you come in and meet someone, you can't come in too lopsided. Meaning, if I meet someone, I don't have anything or have much, and the lady does, but not just me or any man that's looking to score. It look like he has something. I'm gonna jump on the best behavior that I can, be gentlemanlike, all that, and try to make this look like it can work. When all the time my intention is not to be in no relationship. I'm looking to score. I'm looking to get the keys to the car. I'm looking to get into this apartment that's looking decent, and just not be really involved in anything. So I'm gonna do my best that I can do to make this happen. In bed, with show respect, whatever I need to do. And then once this happens, the lady is already entertained with the nonsense that you came with. And now it's too late to say, back off, man, it's not working, because you have already put down such a level of maybe game that she can't refrain from the foolishness that you causing now. And all the, like the lady just said, when she first went out with the gentleman, he was okay. It was a nice conversation. It was decent. The next date was, I ain't got no money. And she started talking popcorn. He didn't say that the first date. And if I come in with my own home, my own car, my own job, what I'm looking at this lady's home is not intriguing to me because I already have it. And I don't have to work so hard to try to score anything or any of those things. And it might be just a little lopsided sometime, and it's going to be hard once you realize that the gentleman don't have anything or was not on nothing but in use for you. Men will come in with a job, and since a lot of the women are already making their own money already, so they're not looking for money from a lot of men. They're looking for a man, period. And if I'm making my money and she's making hers, it makes it a little bit more better to communicate versus what's going to happen when things run dry. And that's what makes it so hard. And you're not being straight up. And 9 times out of 10, the gentlemen went around and tried this all over the city of Chicago or wherever they live with these women. And it just so happened that one fell for you. But this is the problem. This is where the issue come in at. You're saying that you keep going out with you keep seeing and dating the same person, and you know what's going on. You're not stopping this from happening to you. You're steady moving forward on one road. It's not him moving forward, it's you. All you're doing is sit back using everything up now, and you got to be careful of that. You can't let a man come in and sex game play you and put it on you when you know in the door that this might not be right because he's not putting up on nothing equal like too much you work. Like he's not putting up in no Benz or no caddy or nothing. All he's doing is come and get me, come pick me up. And that tells you in the door that it's not really going to prosper that great. Because now all he's doing is leaning on you. A man will stop working. He will stop working and let you take over because you got money. And that, I'm fired. And you just got to be aware of that. And Martin, you know who you're speaking with?
Mm-hmm. I know this Wild Hundreds. I know it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that you got to be careful of that. And so same thing with men. But men tend to do it a little bit harder because there's a lot of women making a lot of money out here now. Versus the man sitting back ain't doing nothing but playing games and not winning anymore. And no men not going around taking care of their families no more and sitting at the table and bringing in no checks into the household. That's over. And it's a lot different. And there's going to be no great communication when you break down what I just said. It's not going to be all. It's going to be just hurt feelings in the end and stalkerish and all types of bad behavior. And that's when you start telling that man, I don't want to be involved no more because he used you down and you see your money disappearing and you tearing your car up. It's not going to disappear like that because you say so. Now you're going to have a violent, possibly something violent going on, coming out, and something might treacherous happen because he's not willing to walk away. And just got to be careful. This is like a public service message, not nothing to down nobody. That's what's really going on, man. And because I'm not letting just know anybody up in my crib because I'm lonely or feel like I need to have a woman around, or I'm not getting what I used to get out of being married, and that's been took off on me. Now I'm gonna just start letting women in the crib for sexual favors, sexual reasons. It's going to turn to all broken out windows for me, break out all my car windows because I'm not in tune with being in a relationship with you, but I want to play hard with you. And you don't understand it when I say you got to get up and go. It looks like that I misused you in some way. No, you got to stay in the door. I don't want to be involved. If she don't understand that, and you didn't get the fact that she did not understand that, then you better make sure so you won't cause yourself no problems as a man too. And that's all I want to put a little input on. I don't want to go too far with it, Martin.
Okay,
people might not agree, and they may do, but this is really what's going on with the dating community. There ain't nobody taking nothing serious. You can't let no big packs come in and ruin you, and you can't let nothing too wet come in and ruin you. You got to see what is worth. Is anything outside of that left? Nothing's left on the table besides argument and confusion. That ain't enough. Not in 2026.
Now, brother, this is
Yes, sir.
this is a question for you. Now, you got some women that are out there that's vulnerable. They just can't live without a man. They got to have a man. So what they do,
Correct.
they let their standards down. They take anything. First thing to jump at them. What do you say about that?
Well, this is what I want to say. If you're a woman that has let your standards down a dozen times, they ain't won you. Sometimes it takes for us to learn just a couple of times what not to do. If you're going to keep repeating that process, nothing gets better. Can't do anything but let it happen because you're not trying to correct what happened in the last relationship. What happened with the last husband? What happened with the last baby daddy? What happened with the last person you was with? This is steady going on. Ain't nothing worked out right. You ain't had no happiness out of this relationship at all. And all you doing is going around meeting the next person to do that. Until somebody does come in that fits your personality and solid with you, then you determine that. Before that, no. You're taking all the wrong things into the relationship and losing. And if you got any kids or grandkids around watching this, not a good look for them either because they watching man after man come in. And if you keep on doing it, you can't tell her to stop doing that. You gotta let it keep. Ain't no shame for it if you're gonna keep doing that. You gotta learn eventually. Hey, no, it's not working. Every man not gonna do it, but if you ain't met nobody after so many times, you gotta slow down and see what you're really doing. That's my opinion on it, Mark. No, I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for.
No, that's okay. This is
Martin, I got a question.
yeah. Okay, Doctor. Okay, we got.
I want all of you brothers to answer this question. You meet a woman, y'all cool, and you have a child or two that you have custody of. If the woman feels uncomfortable of coming to your house because she doesn't want to have your children to see, don't know who you are, you ain't my mom and all that kind of stuff. Is it wrong for a woman to say, I'm not ready to come visit you as of yet?
No. I think honestly, it's the best policy. She's telling the truth. Would you rather for her to come over and mislead your child and give them suckers and hugs and next thing you know, I don't like kids anyway. I mean, you got to be genuine. It got to be genuine. I would respect that she's saying she don't want to meet my kids that I have custody of in the door versus, what's wrong? Now you want to force her to do it? Have something genuine going on. Now, Dr. Sanders, what he say, honesty is the best policy. And she has the right to do that, but it's a problem if she got kids and expect for you to come in and come over her house and buy pieces for her kids and stuff. Now it's a problem. Yeah, correct. But since that wasn't her question, I ain't elaborating on it. She asked about the woman, the father being custodial parent and how she feels about meeting his kids. Now, if she would have asked the opposite around, that's a very, very, very long comment behind that. Yeah. Because men do what I'm with you.
Okay.
It's not a lot of men that got custody of their kids, first of all. There's a lot of men that don't want custody of their kids. If you meet somebody that got custody of their kids and they're raising their kids by themselves, hats off to them. And that makes them not the best man in the world because any man can step up and do it, but it's rare. It's not going to go through the trains and going back and forth through the court, fight for it. You tell a man, take off with him. Matter of fact, don't bring him back no more.
Let me ask you a question because I have a loaded question in a sense. How long have they been dating? How long have they been talking?
Dr. Sanders?
You're talking to the lady, right?
Yeah, Dr. Sanders.
Yes, sir. It's just a question. If you just met and whatnot, and the guy comes by.
Like when you say just met, you mean like a month? You mean like because at the end of the day, I don't think you should be letting your kids meet anybody that you just meet. Period. I don't like.
It has to be a while, sir.
I don't let anybody meet my son until I know that we're really serious. Because at the end of the day, I ask this question with women. I say, if you have a boy, if you have a girl, are you raising that boy or girl? And I'll just use you for instance. If you have a son, are you raising your son in a manner of which you would date? Would you date this man that you're raising? Man, are you dating? Are you raising this female? Is this somebody that you would want, another young man to date? And the answer is no. Then it's a problem. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, I got women friends who have sons that ain't nothing. They don't do nothing. They ain't nothing. And I asked the question one day. I said, "Are you raising a young man that you would date? Because you want to put him out in the world. He got to go out in the world."
Raise a man you date.
And a lot of times, women don't want to hear that part. They don't want to hear that. That's I ain't gonna touch that. But you got to, because when you try to figure out why your son or daughter, like I think Wild Hunter said something about the girls or whatever, and how they need a guy to do this. The reason why she needs that guy is because her dad went in her life. Because when a young girl knows that she's loved by her father, it's different. You see this out in the street. You can see this. You can see how a man is really involved. And I'm talking about a man, not no stupid man. I'm talking about a man.
Okay.
In a kid's life, you can kind of see the difference. You can see the totality of which direction this kid is going by that man being in the house.
Okay.
He ain't even got to be in the house, but the father spends time with that kid. The mothers have to start spending time with their daughters, because again, this is all a part of dating. I'm gonna circle this all the way back because
we got.
It makes sense what you're saying, sir.
Okay.
But if you listen to what Martin said before, hear me wrong, because this is not. It's veering off the topic. If you're taking it to that, remember when Martin said that you can raise your child and give them all the knowledge and experience and loving that you can give them, and only take 5 minutes for that to disappear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay? That means that you've done your very best, and that child coerced off of he got on the right train and got on the wrong track. And
for sure. It got real.
In a heartbeat.
I wouldn't be talking about that particular child. I wouldn't be talking about that particular marriage. I'm talking about the other parent that's not doing that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's a different story. And like I said, it all circled back, because a woman that I would want to date, if she has kids, can see from her kids, even if it's on social media, if she's showing me pictures, what type of woman this is. For
Okay.
real. Like if she showed me pictures of her 16-year-old daughter got liquor and a blunt in their hand, nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah. Hold it, guys. We got two callers. Two new callers. So let's want to hear everybody. We got an area code 618. Come on, caller. 618. Area code. Thank you for holding. Caller.
Hello, how you doing, guys? My
Good.
name is Blessing, and I believe why dating is so hard in the Black community is because our Black men are a little too harsh.
Explain yourself.
I believe that as a 29-year-old woman, I believe that Black men can be very harsh with the way that they speak, the way their actions can be, and also with the baggage that they may hold as well. Like, they have a few different baby mamas. They don't really get along with their mother. Their family is very chaotic. So it's just no peace at all. And they look at the Black woman like, oh, well, you're supposed to be perfect.
Okay. Anybody want to make a comment?
Yeah. She said she was 29,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of young.
It's almost right there at the edge of dealing with YNs, and they're not going to have any disrespectful statements or anything coming out of their mouth. If you deal with an older class of man, you won't be saying that they harsh because they don't get down like that. It sounds like you're young and you've been dealing with somebody maybe in your age bracket or down. You're not going to get any respect out of from that. You have to be having a little bit more maturity in life to understand that you just can't talk and come out like that. They don't respect the police. They don't respect the world, and they're most definitely not going to respect you as a woman or anybody. Now, I'm not sure if you got an older man doing that, then that's your experience. But mostly older men don't come up on no hard. They gentlemen. Some of them. Can I respond? Can I respond?
Yes, sir.
A lot of what the young lady talks about is from bad parenting, and what Stringer said about you can tell the difference, especially in a young female and an older female, when there's a man in their life, even a young man. There's a big difference when there's a father figure in their life. But here's the key. I'm not going to blame it on single black women raising some of these young men that she talked about, because it's a dad somewhere, and I'm going to end it at this. A young man, when he starts smelling himself and liking girls and females, if y'all stop dealing with that type young man and giving him the box, he gonna have to change up his game to get some box. And I know what a young man will do for some box. He'll do almost anything.
Okay.
Y'all have a lot of power.
So can I ask you this question?
Okay,
So
Doc, don't ask a question. Just make a statement, because we got another call. Just make the statement. Go ahead.
So I don't date men under 45, and the black men are very harsh because of whatever they've dealt with in their previous situations. So, and you know, my thing is, a lot of black men, they are, you know, they can be harsh when they're older and they've dealt with like divorce, and that's baggage, you know what I mean? And then they're looking at me, you know. I just think that, again, I think the black men should be a little more sweeter, you know. White men are a little more, and I'm not trying to be funny about this, but white men are a little more sweeter than black men, and this is not to take any credit away from our black men, because you all are beautiful people, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, do I really want to entertain my black men because of how harsh you all are, because of the baggage that you all carry, because of the, you know, baggage with your mothers, your fathers, you know, even the older men. You guys are just more of a patcher up, you know, and seal the deal. But reality, you guys are dealing with real mental issues yourselves that you guys have not even tried to, you know, fix.
And y'all honestly, as the man, what about y'all? What about women y'all self? What are y'all saying? You saying that it's all in the problem? You women don't do anything.
You all always say that you guys are leaders, and you want a submissive woman, right? So how you want a submissive woman and you want to blame it on the woman when you're supposed to be leading the family?
Who wants to lead something?
As a man, you're supposed to lead your household. As a man, you're supposed to lead your relationship. You are you are, your woman is, you know, you are your woman and your woman is you. You know what I mean? I just think that at the end of the day, I think that you guys are really harsh.
A long time ago, it was leadership, not now. Nobody's listening.
Yes, but it is still
nobody's
leadership.
listening into any leadership anymore. Too many
And that's
independent
the
people. They're going to
problem.
tell you that they're not listening to any leadership.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. It's no
They're not
leadership.
listening to any leadership if
And
someone
if
is to lead.
everybody wants to be on the same level, if everybody wants to be on the same level, how
The
would
woman
it
says,
ever want to
do
be
not
any
take care of me. And when
guidance?
you do, you still say the same thing.
Okay, for prime example, and I'm not trying to be funny about this, but
Like you're saying that the white man is more credible now to
like
a black woman because he's less
I'm just saying the way that
making you holding her accountable.
yes, it's all about how you speak to somebody. You don't gotta yell at somebody to get your point across. You don't have to be, it is called, verbal abuse, and a lot of, and I'm not trying to be mean about this, but a lot of our black men do not know how to communicate. They don't know how to communicate, and they want to be leaders, and they
I understand that.
women.
Look, you got white
they want
crimes.
to submit
You got
to women.
those crimes way worse than
It's
what
just
black
like you
men are doing.
you
Black
want this
men don't
woman
even
to
think
have
about
all
doing those
herself
type of crimes.
together. Right. That's just like you.
They don't even
You
think
said
about
you want
what
this
the
woman
white
to have
man's
herself
crimes is.
together.
They don't even know how to even go about making that happen. And you
That's fine, but let me tell you something. As a woman, and I've dealt with all different kinds of races, I'm telling you, black men, you can't. I'm scared to even speak to them because of what the response may be.
Oh, okay.
Because the way that they act.
Martin.
Yeah.
You got a second.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Buck. Then we got a new caller. Go ahead, Buck.
Let me say something. First of all, I'm an old school guy in the game. I'm gonna tell you like this: black men are not an anomaly. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody got different styles, different way they act, and different, young and old. Everybody different. And the number one thing about a man, as a black man, a lot of black women and other women always project what they do and who they are. Men don't care about your money. We don't care about all that other stuff. What you got is about how you act, how you bring yourself to the person as into the table. We rather prefer a person with style and finesse and really keep it. If you want to comment on something, y'all talk between each other. But allow women that's trying to be seen and want to be verbal out here, that ain't no man, no brothers don't want nothing like that. You got to be about, you can be a great person, but you got to keep it low key. And a brother will prefer that. They might like the visual stuff when they see a BBL or something like that for a temporary thing. But a woman that's going to last in a man's life has got to be somebody that acts a certain way. And that's what they look at. And I'm done.
Okay, let me go to the new caller. Thank you for holding, caller 3473. Thank you for holding. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Martin, it's me, Rita.
Hey, Rita, how you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to be on here. So, first of all, let me say this. The first problem is, it's like I just told somebody this the other day. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free? First of all, us ladies have to start giving these men something to buy into. When I say buy into, I'm not saying finances. I'm speaking of all her values. Okay, women. A lot of the problem is everybody done lost their role and what they supposed to do. A lot of the people get in relationships for all the wrong reasons. They get in a relationship because of the BBLs and because of how somebody look, or of women. They want to get this guy because he's driving a certain car. But that's not going to last for the long haul. You got to get somebody. I'm not saying you both got to have goals. Don't have to necessarily be the same vision, but they got to kind of match up some kind of way. Where I'm weak at, you a little strong, and vice versa. So, I haven't dated in a while. So I've been pretty much to myself, because where I'm at in life, I'm kind of on a mission. And the person I'm looking for or would, give my time to, it have to be a person that can make me better, and I can do the same for them. It's certain things I need in a man. A lot of these guys today, they don't know how to fix nothing. I'm a homeowner. I need a guy that can put a light bulb in. I need certain things, not just some nigga that's jumping in my bed trying to give me stiff dick all night. that's cool. But when that's all done, what do we both really actually bring to the table to better ourselves, to leave some generational wealth? You know, everything that comes with what life is really truly about. So I just think, and I'm listening to the young lady talking about the men is harsh. The women is harsh too. I'm a lot of people tell me I side with the guys, and ain't that I side with the guys. I just think that women are just way over the top now. They call men bitches. They want to fight men like they're a man. I mean, it's just crazy to me. So for me, it's like I just kind of took a seat back because it's so much to fumble through when you really looking for a person, when you talking about a lifetime partner. So I just think that we really all need to take a seat and stop blaming each other. And I think women need to tell women when they messing up, and men need to tell men when they messing up. For me, it's kind of hard because I try to do that. Men are better than women. Women don't really like you to tell them nothing. That's one of our problems. We really don't want to hear that. You know, men, they tend to be like, okay, and try to, fix it. But
you already know.
I just think, like I said, I was just an old girl, and I kind of felt different. I'm like, I see a lot of great guys, and I'm not saying they no great women, because they are. I'm one of them. But I see a lot of guys that's really trying to do something, but then they pick these women that's not really because of how they look or certain other things, and they deal with these women, and then when they get them, they treat them like mess. The same thing for women. We want this guy with this car, but 9 times out of 10, he can't do nothing besides give you the dick. So I don't know. For me, I'm just laying in the cut. I've been single for a while, celibate for a while, because it's a lot to decipher through. Period.
Mm.
Damn, Miss Rita, you somebody that I can build with. Well said. I've been single a while too. Well said. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, Rita always keep it real. And people, more people can call in 872-299-0808, 872-299-0808. We talking. Why is dating so hard in the Black community? I mean, we a lot of us, nobody's talking about marriage anymore. Everybody just talking about hooking up and having a good time. You go your way, you stay at your place, I stay at my place, and we hook up again. I mean, what is it?
Women got a lot of control over that too, pardon though. Women got to stop being so easy. I mean, men, he not gonna buy nothing, but he will buy something. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just be. It's just so much because women, we have lost. Like Dude said, we have more control than we really know. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you a woman and you're not gonna take certain things off a guy, but then he can run down the street to Susie and get it. Then I mean, these women just doing way too much too fast. And I mean, we've all had to learn that. Like in my younger day, I had to learn that. I like to spoil a man, but I've had to learn to take a step back from that when I'm getting into a relationship. Because they'll take that and run. They don't really want to be with you. They just want what you have to offer, and it can be draining. So now, and it's messed up because you hear, I want to be that person, which I'll never change it. It's just that I have to do it. Have a little more discretion in how I do things. But women, we have to stop being so loose. We have to stop giving every guy that walk up to us, letting them into our beds. We have to do certain things. We have to do. We got the money, but everybody's sleeping with everybody. Who gonna say no? I'm not gonna do that. I know you this show. I know you married. I ain't gonna do. It's just it's a lot out here. Sure, period. I don't want to be involved in none of it, to be honest.
The doctor mentioned about men being the leaders in this day and time. What I've been seeing is a lot of times females don't want to be led, and a prime example of that is the way they dress. Even I just went to a white party this weekend
there was about 400 people there, and most of the people that was there were, I'd say, 35, 40, and older. So most of these women got teenage and grown sons, but they was out there with their complete butt out. I'm no exaggeration, or a cat suit with nothing on up under. And I know that even if they ain't got a man, some man, they brother, they son, then told them, oh, you shouldn't wear that, man, sis, man, that ain't what it is. And they still got to do it. They still got to do it. As you say something, the woman, watch out. And the woman, and a woman can have a man that she just started dealing with or whatever, or for a long time, and he make a suggestion in that area, especially early on. That means he's got some concern or regards for you, and they will not take heed to it because it was over 100 of them out there, just like that.
I believe that if the ladies, if the young ladies are taught from the time that they are born, and they have that good structure of teaching, they would know how to dress. I grew up, with older people. All of my, folk were older. And when I go out, I don't go out at 59 years old looking like I'm 16 or 17. I have that teaching. There are some that were not reared like that, and they just go for the free fall. It's how you were reared and what was instilled into you. And yes, as you get older, you'll learn some things because, the Bible say, now when I was young, now I'm old. So when you get older, you would know how to dress. And I have seen, as you were saying, a lot of the women that, big busted. There was a young lady came to our church yesterday, beautiful voice, but she had cantaloupes. And I said, okay. And I said, okay, it's cantaloupes. She got 2 cantaloupes on both sides. And then she took her shoes off to sing in the pulpit in front of the men. And I said, oh, yeah. And I said, maybe that's the church that she came from that taught that, or maybe that's what she thinks is okay. But then later on, they said, well, she have a husband. I said, well, huh? Because see, in my view, I would think that a man would want his wife or his fiance or the young lady he's dating to look a certain way and not be, impressionable where other guys were getting attention. Because some men, I've heard some men say that, I don't want you looking like that. I don't want you wearing that. Getting back into the dating pool is really weird to me because it's like, okay, what are you looking for? I'm not going to go out and show everything. I'm not going to go and put nothing down on my feet, but I'm going to dress appropriate as modest apparel. I'm not going to be sitting up where I'm showing everything that you can't have an imagination to the eye. It's what you've been taught. And there are some young ladies and some young women that have not been taught. They watched their mothers go to the clubs. Remember you all back in the day, they went to the hole in the walls. Some women went and they wore whatever they wore. And a lot of them mimicked and mocked what they saw. And now you've got so many clothing lines that just show anything.
Mm-hmm.
Martin nailed it. One of the problems is seeking attention.
That's it.
From social media, face-to-face contact. Who can get the most attention? It don't matter what it costs you later. It's the attention.
Mm-hmm. It's the attention. And I agree with that because, Bill, I 100% agree with that. And I always say that it's attention. They're looking for attention. And you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, too. Just keep doing it. And some people don't care. They go to the extreme, man, extreme, just for the attention. Then when a man disrespect you and look at you as a two-piece spicy or, as a breast, a leg, or a thigh or something, then now you call him a pervert. Now you call him a
Well,
pervert.
What about when you get too much attention, Mark?
Right. Right.
What you mean by that?
Now-
500 calls, 700 texts, standing outside the house, and this is what it led to.
Well,
This the end, not the beginning. This the middle stage of it. Now you like, oh wow, you can't even put your phone on private because you know how to go around that too. Ain't that a little bit? Now you getting a little bit too much attention, and that ain't what you started out to look for.
yeah.
So you got to watch all of that.
All that.
Put your stuff out there like that, you might get way more attention than you're looking for. Now you can't stop it. It leads to a restraining order for protection. Though you got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody not safe.
Yeah. But let me say this, guy.
Everybody not safe.
Yeah, let me just say this. Now, no disrespect to the women. Men, we are visual creatures. We like what we like. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'll be on here lying, Dr. Sanders, and act like if I ain't like to see some skin. But I know I wouldn't want my woman or my wife to be showing no skin. I wouldn't want that. Now, as a man, I like to look at it. I'm just being honest. Like to look at it. But showing that skin, too much skin, that'll do it too. You know, so men, I'm gonna just speak for myself. Men, we don't tell women what we don't like. We just go along to compromise just to get what we want to get. You know, then the women be like, well, you ain't my daddy. You can't tell me what to wear, what I can't wear, and what this to wear and all that. It's just a matter of respect. That's all. It's respect. It's just respect. That's all that. It's just like me being with a woman. Then every time a woman walk past me and her, I'm looking at another woman. I'm staring at her with glaze in my eyes. I think that's a disrespect. And women have to be careful. Let me say this, and I'll let y'all guys. Women have to be careful what they wearing around their man who they want to seek attention from. They have to be real cautious because they're not going to tell y'all women. I'm telling you, I'm giving you game tonight. We're not going to tell you. Trust me. A lot of women, a lot of men that's not impressed with some of the clothing that you guys wear. Not impressed with it. Now, I'm not saying don't look good, look appealing, but in their mind, they was like, man, I'm just going to hit this, lead us on. And I'm just telling you how we think. That's how some of us think. Not all of us, but that's how some of us think. And I'm going to leave it right there and let somebody else talk. Go ahead. Whoever.
You right, Martin. Just because we look at it don't mean that we want to be with it. We might want to be with it tonight. That don't mean we want to be with it tomorrow. That don't mean I'm going to take you home to meet my mama. That don't mean I want to be pleased with you.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't the only one get to see that. Everybody gets to see America. What's special about that? Everybody here has seen it. 500 people here have watched it. 700 people that tried to pull it. What's so special about that? You like seeing it yourself. But you're not the only one that gets to see that. You're not the only one that gets to try to pull that. And then the next day, it goes on again and on every time he steps out. And if you got a wife, you got to keep on asking her not to wear that. You got to reevaluate your marriage. If you got to keep asking her, don't put that on. Come on, man.
Yeah.
If she keep putting it on, she's doing it for a reason. There's already too much attention being drawn at her. She don't care what you think when she's putting it on when she walks out the door. And damn what he's saying, I'm putting it on anyway. Your marriage coming to an end. The marriage coming to an end. And she's not wearing those things, and you don't got to say nothing. You're still going strong.
Yeah.
You have to argue at the closet door every night and stand there and look out the window and look crazy when she leaves because ain't nothing but tail and front out. And it's your wife, and she didn't care what you said about it. That's almost over with too. So
yeah, and you know, and I heard the sisters.
That's going wrong. If you're a wife, you automatically supposed to know how to dress. It shouldn't even be nothing to talk about.
No, and the mother.
And the mother, Bill. That's right. I agree with that.
You don't have to say that. You should just,
but
when she gets dressed, it should be in a appropriate manner. If this is your wife, no matter what age, and that should be that.
And
You
see,
have to be like, hey, man, you got that on again. And, hey, man, if she going to be doing that, that ain't no white material for you, man. Especially if you don't like it. You got to be saying, yeah, get it on and put it out just a little bit farther. Then you're up to par with that. You're in agreement with what she has on. You have no problem with it. When you do have a problem with it, it's the opposite way around. Men is not going to be able to accept what women take in. We're not going to take in what y'all women take in. Y'all deal with all types of stuff. Man can't deal with that. Not over and over. And the one time he is super out there. Y'all do it over and over again and accept and have 7 different babies by 7 different men and go down the same route. A man ain't gonna do that. It'll be less kids here if a man has to have a child and get left in the crib and get treated like some women get treated. If a man has to reverse the role, we'll have less kids around here. The household ain't gonna be 7 kids, just that one that he made a mistake and had. We're not gonna enjoy what you women take in.
Nah.
Ever.
That's why that 29-year-old young man is harsh in his words, because he didn't sit there and watch this go on, and he angry. He don't know why. He don't know why he talks to women like that, because he's mad at his mama for tracing her butt up out of the house with some panties on and a short skirt. He don't know that's the reason why.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of women, they get upset when you talk about this type of subject, you know, like we women bash and all. But I'm just telling you, if you're really looking for a man or relationship, a healthy relationship, I may say, you should consider some of the things that we're saying today. Now, if you're just a fun girl, you want to dress loose and wild and have a little fun and do, I understand. But if you're looking for a commitment, somebody to be loyal to you and do right by you, you have to consider certain things that you're doing. In the same way with men. Men, if you horn around and gotta have appetite, 3 or 4 different women, and you mad because this woman doing the same thing you're doing, but you're not giving her the loyalty that she deserves, and you're doing the same thing. So it goes both ways, people. It depends on what is it that we want in the Black community. That's it. That's it. You know, we know what the videos make the Black woman look angry, make the Black man look angry and fussing and all that. But we about family. We are definitely about family. And listen, I see you, beautiful lady. I know you're nice looking, but guess what? Your dress style is provocative, very provocative. Oh, you just a pervert. You just a pervert. Okay. And I hear it all the time. Women calling men perverts or creepy. I think that word creepy. But you got your camel toe showing. Y'all excuse me for talking like it, but I got to tell it. I got to tell it. And it's each his own. It's depending on what do you want. Some people say, I don't need no man. I only need a man for one thing and one thing only. I understand that too as well. I got my own house. I got my own car. I got my own money, got my own job. I understand that as well. You got some men out here say, I don't need no woman for one thing. That's sex. That's it. Have a good time. She go back to her house. I go back to mine. We hook up later. And I understand that as well. Now, if you saying you want to be some wife materials, you got to start thinking a certain way and acting a certain way. That's both with the men too.
That's right.
You can't be out here sleep with this one and that one and this one talking about you want a wife.
Nope.
You can't, that ain't gonna work. You got that type of behavior is not a husband type behavior. Period.
No.
It's not.
And Mark,
Go ahead, bro.
You cannot steal nobody's husband or nobody's wife. You can't call yourself breaking that marriage up and then you move forward with her because you're next.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be good. This is how you met her, by breaking up a marriage and them kids in that house. Now you with her, or this is how you met him. He left her, she left him. It's not gonna be nothing successful behind what you're doing.
Exactly.
Read.
That's
You
Read,
cannot
bro.
be on nobody's husband or nobody's wife. And
That's
not
right.
expect her to be loyal to you or him to be loyal. Because down the line, somebody's going to convince him the same thing or her. Leave him
Preach,
alone.
brother.
And she's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree
And
with
it's going to
that.
be over. You're going to be standing there looking, wondering why. Because this is what you done. This how you marry her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you come in and you got a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and married, I ain't going to take you serious. If something got to go down, there's something went down behind my wife or his wife or husband's back. And there's no commitment or nothing going on with it. She's married. Mm-hmm. Now, for me to sit up there and convince her in the bed to, hey, man, well, let's just make it happen with me and you. Damn him. And even if she's in the bed complaining about him, he get on my nerve, all this, whatever you like saying, you can't go for it. You got to say, you know what? We have as much fun that we can have. You're not wife material because you're already married, and look where you're laying. You're telling me to shut up while you talk to your husband, and that's what I'm doing. Tell him how much you love him. I'll see you later. And as soon as you hang up, I'm going to attack you, ma'am, in the bed. Or him, vice versa. And you saying there's going to be some success to that when you do decide that she's yours now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing? That's not going to work either. I just want to say that on the mind.
No, and what he said that is true because that's what lady I know. She was married to a guy. Then she literally married him under false pretenses, and then the guy really, really loved her, but she was very mean and abusive. She got to the point that she put the guy out in the middle of the street in another suburb, and was still dealing with the guy. So once she divorced this guy, now she's married the man she's messing with, and now he says things to her, tears out her self-esteem and all that. And I said, well, you getting this treatment because what you did to your husband. You think you're going to get better with this one? You didn't respect your husband. You didn't respect your husband. And the one that you're married to, he literally don't respect you because he says horrible things because he was messing with somebody while he was messing with you and you were still married. All this circle stuff. These soul ties. These soul ties. So, and it's crazy because you don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah. If you don't love your husband and you don't want to be with the man, tell the man the truth. Do what you need to do. Go on about your business. Not continue in an adulteristic affair and the guy, he's dating somebody, he's fornicating with the one, then he fornicating with you and adultery. He's doing twofold.
Mm-hmm. Don't you know that if you convince somebody to switch over, that when you do it, all the lust goes out of the room. It's about feelings and emotions now, and you're gonna be looking at each couple like, oh man, you played your husband wrong. You're not saying that while you're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you get your job done, you're gonna start taking all that lust that you had and put it to the side and start looking at this as something real and serious. And you're gonna get messed up and say, hey man, you did it. You ain't gonna trust nothing that he's doing. You ain't gonna trust nothing he's doing when he's not around because look how you got him. There's gonna be nothing but blame and finger pointing, even if nothing's going on. Like I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing that. He's not gonna believe it, and she's not gonna believe it. There's nothing clean came in with the marriage. If you stole her, no, there's gonna be no trust there because you're gonna remember how you got her. It's gonna create nothing but problems.
Mm-hmm. And the odds of that working is probably 0.001.
That's so true. And these are
nobody's perfect.
Right.
Women are harsh, and men are harsh. A woman is butt naked, like Mark said, showing the camel toe, and as soon as you say hello, how you doing? What you got going on tonight? The woman goes completely off. Who you talking to? You like, hold on. I didn't. Okay.
Unless you are tight.
Yeah, unless that's it.
You are tight.
That's it, brother.
You are tight. It's not even the fact that she wants to go off. It's just her personality. It's not the fact if you are type or not. That's her personality. I'm waiting on somebody to say something to me. You don't know what your type is yet if you don't know him. You can't say it's your type yet, sir, because you don't know the person.
But that's part of the problem too. like you was
not going to
speaking,
that's your fight.
While you were speaking earlier, a man and a woman will repeat the same relationships because they got in their mind, I'm on light skin with big butt. I'm on a thug. And if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same result.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's it. That's that. I agree with that. That's 100%. Yeah. So we got.
That's how you end up back in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You get out, you thought you got vindicated. You got out and did better than you did last time. Why? Because you didn't get 3 years this time. You got 10.
Mm-hmm.
You did better than you did last time. How? You made more money? No. You got 10 instead of a Trey Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Then something higher. When you go back again, you did better than that. Hey, I'm gonna outdo the 10. I'm gonna get a deuce up out of.
Right. I want to share.
That's how you repeat that. Nothing's perfect.
Right. I want to share some with.
But you gotta learn. You gotta learn your space in this world and what you're doing. I ain't letting nobody. I'm a grandfather, raising my granddaughter right now, and we've been in the house alone for a whole year, and ain't no woman been around her. Every woman tells me, "Bad, hey man, everything ain't got to be at night, or it does for me. You probably don't got nothing on your plate that you're dealing with. It does for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I'm not gonna have a woman coming in and out, and she's seeing this, and I'm not showing no values or morals to her. And then when she get up there and start doing it, she watch me. Ask your child why they do that. A lot of them will tell you, my daddy, my mama. A lot of people having sex in their bedroom with their child.
Preach,
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, they don't know what they looking at. They don't know what they
I
looking at.
love
They
being
got
black.
the face in the bed, and then you go in the room, the little child that got his little thing out trying to hump on the back of the baby because he watched what you done.
Mm-hmm.
Why you said he don't look.
Let me say this. I said this before, Dr. Sanders and Bill. I don't know if you guys was on there. Young people, and I'm talking about young people, 7, 8, 9, 10, they know when somebody is in that house. You think they sleep. You think they sleep. They may not see the guy coming in and out, but they know somebody in that house, and they hear that noise in there. They hear that rumbling in there. And they know not to come out of the room because mama trained them already. Mama got company, whatever. They know not to come out that room and go to the bathroom. But see, we got to be careful what we let our children see and know about us. Because I done heard people say, hey, my mom was a player. My father, he was a Rolling Stone and all that. And they saying it in a cute manner way, but it's not cool. It's not cool. And we wonder why we have babies by this one and that one and this one and that one and this and vice versa. It got a lot of men out here got different babies by different women. They get upset.
They do.
They can't. The woman don't work out. They go make another family, start another one. They get upset, don't work out. Go get another family, start another one. It's the cycle just repeats.
So why would a woman?
Go ahead.
To me, why would a woman want to lay up and have a baby by a guy, and he ain't even taking care of the ones that he got?
Well,
Because he's cycle, sir. You haven't thought about that. Well, he has 10 kids already, and they said none of them. She ain't said that during that bedroom mission. She said that after it's her turn. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing now until it becomes you.
that's
You're
right.
the 11th person with a child by him. Now you're complaining. Now you're looking for child support from a man that hasn't paid child support for 10 kids already. Already. You ain't thought about that night when you looked at him and said, excuse me, what if you sit up here and get me pregnant? Or what if I get pregnant? What we going to do about that? You ain't, I mean, that's probably not the conversation that you come up with, but you haven't thought about that within yourself. What about when he get me pregnant and leave me sitting behind? And if you already have 4 or 5 kids and the father not helping or things are divided, that's just all to the worst to you. And the man is not going to be able to deal with nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always
our old lady is over with as soon as she do something wrong until you realize how much you loved her
and all that barbecue and up for grabs is over with, you're going to want some type of reasoning out of her. You're not going to go with the playboy stuff talking about, hey, man, she got to go. As soon as you get in there, she give it to you in the raw. Yeah, I did it, and I'm tired of you. All that extra tough stuff you was talking about, man, and all that play, it's going out the window, man. You're going to sit down and want reasoning. All you can do is sit there and go to sleep and start crying while she go to sleep. You're not going to sit and execute none of that stuff you said you was going to do. You're not going to put her out. If anything, you're going to fight harder to get some type of understanding when she don't want any more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not you're not standing on nothing big when you get to saying what all you finna do and how fast you finna let her go if she misuse or neglect or break bad on you. You'll go to the very end to make sure it don't happen if you love her. If you don't do that, then she's just somebody that you just laying in the bed with like everybody else. Until that day comes and you find out that this is your wife and you love her, man, you will go through all types of things to get some understanding of what she's done.
Mm-hmm.
You will take care of the baby that ain't even yours.
You will do, yeah, will do.
And you will raise that child and look for understanding. But only thing that's bad about that, y'all, you're going to be hurt the rest of your life as long as she's around because every time you see her, you don't see nothing but bad thoughts and negative shit. Negative behavior. But you wasn't strong enough to let her go. You couldn't let her go. You're raising this child. Now you don't even want the real father come around. Oh, he better not come around. Hey, man, let him come around and take care of responsibility and take some weight off you for something that you involve yourself with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay? Well, you have to stop that. Come on now. This is how it goes. And that's why everything, the question is so hard of dating. There's no real dating, man. It's just sexual behavior. Let's get something to eat. Let's get something to drink. Let's smoke on drugs. They put that in there, and then you go about your business. Until you see is any different outside of that, then that's cool. Because as long as you're just sitting up getting high, smoking and drinking and having fun, there's nothing in there. Because the bills are going to be due. And when that man going to step up and say, listen, first, you know, I've been here all month. Here, pay that light bill. How much you say? And then you'll see. Without you asking them. If you got to keep putting the phone bill in his face. Look, this dude, man, my phone get cut off tomorrow. My life's getting cut off. And all you do is, damn, you ain't paid your shit yet? How much, where we at with it? How far we behind? Then you'll know you have something to look forward to for some real help. Not, hey, man, I'm out of here. I got my own bill. The man said he couldn't even buy popcorn the next day for the lady. She just said that. I don't got no money. He did not say that at first. And he don't need to be dating, period.
Period.
He ain't got no
I agree with you, Teresa.
I don't know if the lady's still on the phone. This is what she said.
Yeah, but he don't need to be dating nobody.
Yeah, that's true.
I told him I got my own popcorn. I thought when he said that he didn't have any money, I thought maybe he meant, I ain't got no $1,000 to pay on your gas and light car. She said popcorn. Oh, popcorn is a movie. And man, I buy everybody in the short bucket if it makes a difference in this world.
Mm-hmm. And you know,
if it make any difference in this world, I give my last a bucket of popcorn for everybody up in here, and nobody gets hurt tonight, and everything is safe and decent. But to sit there and tell your date on the next go around, hey man, stay in the house, gang. Stay in the house, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in the house, sir. Go get your remote control, and you deserve some lotion tonight because you don't deserve to have no real body on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think that woman can. I'm not going to participate in no date with you when you tell me that in the door. Hey, look, I ain't asked you about my stuff. Matter of fact, take me home or I am leaving.
Man, listen.
I'm going to go when it gets severe.
I want to say this.
Attack in the door. What's going to happen a month later?
I want to say this.
But you done gave up everything to him. It's too late. He already got it.
Wow.
And please don't do no old school lady that sat there and did it too right.
Wow.
Some old school move, and then you take them and give them what you know what your husband love about you.
Hey, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hold up real quick. I want to say something. Now, I ain't going to mention no names. They might be watching. They may not be watching. I got a couple of friends, and I ain't on no homo, something okay. They are some nice looking gentlemen. But I guarantee you, they dress well and all that. They talk well. They know how to speak well and all that. but they'll tell you, I'm not messing with no woman. She ain't got no money, ain't got nothing to give me. And you do got guys out there that's on that. Trust me, they hustling. I'm putting y'all on some game. And they nice looking, they smell good, they dress right, everything. But if you ain't got no money and they can't come up off you, they're not gonna deal with you. And
I ain't dating no man with no money, without no money.
Yeah.
I mean, we got at least be right there. What? I mean, come on now.
Ms. Reeves, let's go back to what I said earlier. You can't come in too lopsided. You ain't got nothing. Right. If she got it all, or vice versa, that's a one-way road, man. You're gonna get tired of her keep asking you for everything, and you're gonna most definitely get tired of him. Well, just come to the point, and let's both pay for it. I got it. You got it. I got it. You got it. Not, hey, man, you know what's up, man? Let me see your card again. Same thing. It don't matter, man or woman. Having sex ain't that important enough for you to keep paying for everything that's happening in the date. Neither male or female. Everything has to come out to be somewhat equal. You can't help me on nothing. Reciprocate. Bye. I can't help you on nothing. I'm staying in. Hey, what's going on tonight? Nothing. I ain't got no bread. Okay, well, he told the truth, and he stayed his butt in the crib. He didn't get me out and get up there and play like his card don't work. The man went up there, up in the thing, the other night, up in the den. Chicken wings is $1 on Wednesday. $1. He forgot that it wasn't Wednesday. He forgot this was Saturday. They want $5.89 now. He goes up there and order the whole thing, come back to the lady. Hey, babe, I forgot this one Wednesday night, man. They charged me up the ass for the wings. She went and slammed $50 bill in the face. This is what I'm talking about, cuz. I say, man, you chose it, not me. You chose it, not me. I done forgot it wasn't Wednesday. What? Man, go home, dog.
Well,
but, you know, if you date and court somebody, all of what we've been saying and talked about, people not having it, not reciprocating, not taking care of their kids, is you don't base that relationship off of laying pipe or spreading your legs. And pay attention. The signs gonna be there. If you've been with a man and most of the time they tell you, yeah, I got 3 kids, I got 4 kids. But and y'all dating casually and he coming over and he ain't even acknowledging your kids, that's a number one sign. Then 2 months you ain't heard him say nothing about being with his kids. Something wrong with that bitch. Something wrong with that. He'll make an excuse before he tell the truth. She won't let me see him. They don't like me. Anything they can say. That ain't good enough. Because ain't nothing gonna keep you away. Ain't nothing gonna keep you away from that granddaughter of yours. I just heard you speak about her. Nothing. Hey, man, that's what a real man do. She's going with us. No, she's not. She went here with me. This is not my child. This is my grandchild. And and that's another thing. You hear a woman say, "Ain't no good men out here." You keep choosing the wrong ones. I just heard your story. I know Martin life with his kids and mostly daughters. I got 3 nephews. 2 of them got custody of their kids, and they in their 30s. Been had them since they was in their 20s. It's good men out here. Black men get a bad rap for not taking care of their kids. They raising their kids.
But you know what, Bill? It depends on what the person want. You got some people just want to have a good time. And that's it. They don't want no commitment. They'll tell you no strings attached. We 2 consenting adults, and that's what they want. So when we get stuff like this, when we lay stuff like this on the table, this is what it is. Listen, my kids got their father. They knew who their father are. I don't need your money. We just get together. We have a good time and you do me and all that. And hey, and you have people out here like that, man. That's what they want. They go, that's what they do. They don't want to get married. They don't see no future for themselves. Now you done got diabetes. You're sick, hard trouble. Now you want a nurse. Now you want looking for a nurse, a male nurse or a female nurse. You did everything you wanted to do, mess with all the women you wanted, man. Now you crippled downstairs. If you know what I'm talking about, you can't. There ain't nothing helping you. Now you want to be a loving husband.
She ain't gonna want to deal with you.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes. Give me 20 minutes. I can't see. I can't breathe. I don't know where I'm at. Hey, what happened? We ain't did nothing yet. Hey, just give me 5 minutes. What?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you out. You out.
Yeah. Well.
Out.
And ladies, if you can't find no good man, I'm sorry. You got to go where you listen. Something you got to. They out here. You just have to be a little patient. Same way with men.
Y'all looking in the same place.
Yeah.
Find it. He that find it.
Uh-oh. Scripture. Scripture.
She can
Okay.
desire, but he is the one that searches. He looks for a wife and find a good thing. She don't look for no husband. And God ain't going to acknowledge that. It's going to be the man, because the man is the first of all. God made him first. He gave the mandate to the man. He didn't give the mandate to the woman. He gave the mandate to the man. And as Jack the counselor said today, I saw him, the guy that chopped the wood. He said this. He said, a man sets a stage in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That woman obliges what he says. That's being submissive. So the thing about it is that he that signed it, that means he's getting someone that is going to be his rib.
Mm-hmm.
And when things he can't see, she just helps him to see. She doesn't order him to see. She doesn't shake him to see. She don't yell at him and cuss him out. If he say this, checkerboard, black, red, they complement each other. We got different colors. So when he may see something that he may not understand, she can pull on him. Well, honey, let me show you this. Let me show you this. And can you see it like this? Then see, when you explain it to him and have a conversation with him, then it takes him a minute to process. This book called The Way of a Superior Man has given me such an enlightenment on how men are thinking, because now I can know how to communicate. My former husband did not know how to communicate with me. I'm a communicator. And he would yell at me all the time. When I heard the lady say about yelling. And I'm like, well, I'm not talking loud. I'm just trying to have a conversation because I want to know how you feel. But he would not communicate with me. He could be with everybody else, but not me. And that would leave me standing by myself, where I'm like, Lord, well, I don't know nothing else but to pray. But I had to learn, he still, even to this day, we're no longer married, but he still doesn't listen. Everybody says he don't listen to nobody. I said, well, that's something. And I think it comes from his family, because he saw so much help with his dad not being the father. Not saying that he wasn't there. He was there. He was a preacher, but he didn't take time. And boys have to have that time with their dads, because there are things that men set in a girl's life. So that girl would know what type of man not to deal with. And that son would know a lot of things from his dad, because there are things that dad can give him. But let's be it right. We don't search. We're not hunters. The man looks for the woman to be his wife. And that's what he gets favor from, because God gave him the mandate. I got to go to sleep.
Okay.
Love you,
thank you so much. Thank you. We get ready to get off anyway. I just want. Yeah, she gone. That's Doc Sanders. So I appreciate you guys.
Hey, Martin, I was tell you, man, put us at the coffee table, man. But she done took off and get turned down on your national.
Hey, listen.
Turn me down on national channel, man. Put us at the coffee table. We got something coming. We about to say, man, we come back over here with a whole nother show.
Okay. And you know what? People have been asking, when you gonna do another relationship show? I say, you know what? Let me do one and let the people know, because we give a lot of good information out here. We didn't go like women, they dogs, they do nothing. No, we didn't even go there. We just explain what we like. And see, one thing I tell women, this is how men think. Men, we think a certain way. And some women, they think they know us, but they don't know us. They don't know us. We don't even like all that makeup and all that stuff. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of men, they don't like too much of that. They don't care about. They don't even care about all this BBL stuff, though. It's just, I'm telling y'all, women, I'm not against women beautifying themselves and looking beautiful. I'm all for that. But your long fingernails don't turn no man on. Getting your eyebrows arched, that don't do nothing for us. I'm keeping it.
We ain't never been sitting around like, man, did you see her fingernails? Man, I can't wait to get to her house. You know, hey, Mar, you know what us men say when they have overly excessive amount of makeup? All we do is look at them, call them casket ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, I want to know what you look like. Because this is not what you look like. What do you really look like? That up under all that. Let us know how you really look.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother face sitting out here tonight.
Yeah.
And when you wake up and take that stuff off, it will not be the same face you seen that night.
Mm.
So if I got to meet you, I want to meet what you look like, not what you the one made up for $800.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
she'll come out of that washroom with all that stuff off, and you'll be talking about where your sister at.
Hey.
Man, what did I like? That's me. No.
Let me say this. People. I'm gonna compare this with what we're talking about. It's like a woman that have dealt with a man for months, even a year. She never seen his ID. It's almost like with a man that's dating a woman. He never seen her natural hair. He never seen her without her makeup and all that. It's on the same level. It's the same level. It's on the same level. Yeah. So if you dating a man and you ain't never seen his real ID, you might not even know his real name. And if you dating a woman, and if you ain't never seen her in her natural form, not baby dolled up and all that, you might be surprised. You never know. So it goes both ways. I want to thank everybody tonight. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. And I gave us a lot of thought and I had a lot of requests on about dating in the Black community. You know, we hear so many people say it's so hard to find somebody. It depends on what you want. Now, even with the men, it's like 10 to 1, maybe 20 to 1 with the men. Because the men, there's so many women available to men. You know, some women are vulnerable. They got to have a man. If they don't have no man, they're going to go crazy, some of them. Some of them need to sit down and heal some of that trauma in you. Get healed before you go mess over somebody. Men too.
Learn something about yourself.
Yeah, learn something about yourself. You know, you heard Sister Jarita say, hey, I'm chilling right now. I'm just chilling. She said, I'm taking the back seat. I'm chilling right now. And, you know, and she know what's best for her.
It's not a bad person. You know, sometimes you got to get with yourself.
Man. Right.
You know, a lot of times people want all this stuff, but like Bill said in the beginning, don't ask for too much that you ain't willing to give or you already have. Like, I don't even get all that. Like, I really don't mind even do the boyfriend and girlfriend thing. Like, we dating. If we going to take it to the next level, then we taking it to the next level. I don't do all of those labels and all that stuff because then it's all these expectations and all this other stuff that people don't even really want to meet, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's just best for me to stay focused on the goal ahead. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that person comes, I know him. I'm at a point in life where I'm going to know that person. I'm not going to have to tell this man how to be a man. He's not going to have to tell me how to be a woman. We're going to see it in each other. That's when I'm going to know I found that person.
Mm-hmm.
So when you and Wow going out? Because I heard something going on. Oh, I thought he had took off on me already.
No, you talking about Dr. Sanders. Wow wanted Dr. Sanders.
He was talking about Jarita.
Was he?
He was talking about Jarita. I thought she was gone.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who he was talking about.
He was
Okay.
talking about Jarita.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gone. I'm here. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Y'all better go have some.
No. Hey, listen.
I do know one thing. We have something in common when it comes to thinking and telling the truth. And these y'all know Martin?
Yeah, they both know me.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but listen,
have y'all some fun.
No, we ain't match. Hey, we
what
not.
happened to those ladies that was on here saying, go get a white man? Now, what happened to them? They just took off. Now, see, they kind of lost me on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
when I was against that, they like, we out of here. I'm not with that. Hey, what do Martin say on his show? I love my people.
That's
You're on
right.
the wrong show for that. Being black.
I love being
Yeah,
black.
that's what we're about, being black. I ain't got nothing against no white people. I gotta work around them and be around them. I'm saying that's not me. But they ain't better than me. They black. Yeah, and they ain't better than me. They ain't better than us. They don't make them no better than me. No education or no bigger home. Hey, man, it's another man that's doing wrong, too. I know a lot of white men that's not right with money. Corporations. You like, hold on, man. You're doing more drugs than man back on the low end in the project. You're doing way more drugs than them, sir. But he's driving a Maybach. He's has a $200,000 ring on. But look at all the cocaine you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not like even with that money stuff. It's a price comes with that too. A price comes with that too.
All right. Okay, guys. Hey, at the club. No problem. At the club, say you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man.
I'll call back immediately.
Okay. Hey, one thing I can say about Jarita a gangster. She don't play, boy. You don't play either. Hey.
We got 2 gangsters involved in something.
I'm telling you.
I ain't want to come off as nothing like that. But you got, man, y'all better stop playing and give me money and exchange numbers.
Hey.
Man, Martin, ain't nothing so great topic. Go to the show. We will be back up here, and I will be waiting to see if I hear. Come on.
Okay,
man,
that's cool. Hey, Bill, we out here, man. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Appreciate y'all. Share the video, people. At least you could do share the video. Peace out. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Wow. Thank you, Dr. Sanders. Thank all my wonderful guests. Peace out.
You know I'm gonna call you on the back end.